Welcome to this week's edition of NWA Worldwide. The match in progress. Chris Michaels versus the Colorado Kid. Coal miner's glove on the pole. The first one to get to it gets to use on their opponent. I am Don Coss Jr. I am here with flamboyant, flaming Faron Fox.
Oh, yes. And what a match this was. What a night it was. There was action from start to finish, and I'm telling you what, we've got action coming up today in the show. You're going to see, Don, what led up to the travesty that happened at the end of this match on the Colorado Kid, or I call it, an early Christmas present, but a lot of the fans would call it a travesty.
Well, it was a travesty. Obviously, Chris Michaels and some of his cohorts pulled off one of the biggest coups, you'll wait and see it, wrestling fans. It's unbelievable what they managed to pull off. Oh, beautiful drop kick off the turnbuckle. Wow, Colorado Kid goes down. Chris Michaels celebrates.
And I'm telling you what, this show is starting with action, and I guarantee it's going to end with action, so you do not want to miss a minute of today's show. I've got a big announcement coming up later. You're going to want to hear that, Don. And then also, we've got the Fabulous Ones, the Fabulous Ones reunion is coming up March the 13th, right down there at the Nashville Fairgrounds, and they're going to show some footage, some I guess retro footage you would call it, of the Fabulous Ones.
And I'm sure you'll be right down there in front of the Fabulous Ones, Faron, because we all know you were a big fan of them when they were in Nashville, Tennessee. I think you used to buy tickets for ringside and ask for their autograph every week.
Oh, I love the Fabulous Ones.
I thought you did. Which was your favorite, Faron?
That would be Stan Lane.
Okay, Stan Lane, Steve Keirn, no slouch himself. Right now, Chris Michaels is getting back in the ring, going up for the glove on the pole. And Faron, you said you have a big announcement later on. We're also going to see some of your encounter with the Volz.
Well, see, now that was a travesty right there on my half, because I'm telling you what, Burt Prentice and Bill Barons put me in this match somewhere I didn't want to be, and you're going to see on the tape what exactly happened.
And you just missed a beautiful axe handle off the top rope from Colorado Kid, landed square on the head of Chris Michaels, and kind of knocked himself over in the process. Right now, he's got Chris Michaels in the turnbuckle, doing a great job as we see at the moment. And of course, Chris Michaels upsets it a little later on. So fans, stay tuned. Whatever you do, you're not going to believe what you're going to see here.
Guess what else? Some of my favorite eye candies coming up too. The Bad Street Boys are going to be on today's show. I cannot wait to see that.
Well, obviously, they may be a favorite eye candy of yours, but I don't think you enjoy being on the other side of the ring from them too well. I seem to recall a match or two matches where they kind of throttled you, so to speak.
Yeah, where else can you just be thrown around by I don't want to talk about it right now.
Oh, boy.
But like I said, action from start to finish today, wrestling fans, and I cannot wait to see what happens to the Colorado Kid, because I was there live, and I was like, I cannot believe this is happening.
Oh, I couldn't believe it either, and even after we show what happened then, we're going to show some footage of the perpetrators returning to the scene of their crime and what happened then.
And guess what? NWA Worldwide is expanding every day. We're going places that we've never been before. Like for the first time, we're going to be in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. That's on February the 26th. That's right down there at the National Guard Armory. We're right in there. I think it's TV 43 that's co-promoting this show in Hopkinsville, Kentucky at the National Guard Armory.
Well, you did the TV channel without even a crib note in your hand. And also the 27th will be at Lafayette in the middle school there. And looks like Colorado Kid is about to get to the coal miner's glove. Chris Michaels, just stopped him short. Pulled him off the turnbuckle by the seat of his pants. Colorado hit hard.
He went straight down to the mat. I predict that Colorado Kid's going to be spending more time on the mat lately.
Oh, you really do, huh? Well,
I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. And then March the 5th, we're going to return back to Nashville, right down there at the fairgrounds. And then the 6th, we're going to be right down the road in Fairview, Tennessee, right at the high school gym for a big national TV taping.
That's right, folks. You could be out there in Fairview. You may get your face on the camera, just like some of the fans at this match were. Chris Michaels is climbing the wrong turnbuckle. He was after the coal miner's glove. I guess his head's been knocked a little silly. Nope, just a nice elbow drop off the top on Colorado Kid. One of his specialties, and probably the move he does better than anyone else.
He's going for a cover here. 1, 2.
Oh.
Now, Colorado Kid's got his foot on the rope. That's an easy out. I can see Colorado taking the easy way out of that and just putting his foot on the ropes. He doesn't have the tenacity to kick out.
Well, whatever, it worked, and Chris Michaels is upset about it, but referee Kurt Henning is admonished him, telling him to back off.
Okay, Chris Michaels is going up for the glove now, and I tell you what, if he gets it, he is going to take Colorado Kid, and his face is going to look like Swiss cheese after Chris Michaels gets through with the glove.
Chris Michaels, he didn't even need the glove. He had this planned all along. We know what he did. We know what happened. He had it just set up in case he didn't get the glove. Colorado Kid was going to go down. I'd have to say, though, Colorado Kid not quite dressed for the occasion like Chris Michaels. Chris Michaels was ready to get a little bloodier.
He took him right over in a penny predicament, and Colorado Kid didn't even know what happened to him. But back to what's coming up, you know, March the 13th, the big Fams reunion right down there in the National Fairgrounds, and then returning March the 26th. We had a great show there before. We're going back right down there, Elkton, Kentucky, the Todd Central High School gym.
Oh, Rocky Mountain Flat Top on Chris Michaels. Colorado Kid's probably got this one won.
I tell you what, that was a modified slam pile driver, it looked like to me. And he's going up there for that glove again. He's going up. He's almost got it. Look.
Does he? He's trying to get it down. He's got his hand on it. He's
got the glove. He's got the glove.
Now, you would think Chris Michaels is in trouble right here, wouldn't you? But look who comes around the corner. Red-headed stepchild Chad Hawke.
This is smart wrestling on the behalf of Chris Michaels. And look, bam, right there. Chad Hawke gets knocked down to the ground. And look, I mean, this is what he created a version he gave.
And here comes Ted Sweet.
Ted Sweet.
I'll give Colorado Kid credit. He looks like he's ready for this. He knows what kind of tricks Chris Michaels pulls. And your buddy Bart Sawyer in the yellow. Ooh.
Bart just got down to the mat right there.
Looking like a bumblebee who lost his stripes. Look, Bart's back up. Here goes Chris with a chair.
You can't knock Bart Sawyer down. He just keeps going and going and going. He's like the Energizer Bunny. Oh, right there.
Blasted on the head with a chair. Referee's asking for the bell.
That's that chair music playing in the Colorado Kid's eardrums right now. He got hit so hard with that chair, I think he's looking into next week already.
And now you're looking at what happened a little later in the match. The pummeling continued, the beating on the Colorado Kid. The match is over, and like I said, the four of them gang up on him. Chad, I don't know, he's disappeared. There he is.
They've got some rope. They're going to tie the Colorado Kid up right there. You know, a little bit later, they had the nosy cameraman was sitting there, and he was tearing down his equipment, and they caught Chad Hawke, Bart Sawyer, Ernest T, all of them coming back to the scene of the crime, and they're going to show that footage a little bit later. But look, they're tying the Colorado Kid up. They've got him hog-tied.
He's hog-tied, and also, if you notice, fans, he is bleeding badly from his head. I don't think I've ever seen the Colorado Kid been busted open that bad, if at all. I mean, he's really gotten a beating like he's never had before. There's Big Ted Sweet trying to look like Bret Hart in his pink and black.
Where are they carrying him? They're carrying him off to the back of the bed. Look, the blood is just gushing down his head. They're carrying him off to the side, and there's Ernest T waving him on. I'm telling you what, this is music to my ears. I can't believe I'm witnessing this.
Yeah, it was music. Or if you could have heard the backing sounds on that truck, you know what. Ernest T, I don't know where he stole that truck from, but there's Chad Hawke holding Colorado Kid. Now, look, he's already tied up, and now Chad Hawke continues to pummel him.
That's
it.
Hit him, Chad. Beat him up. Y'all punch on him some more. That's what I like to see. This is good wrestling right here.
And they're taking him down the road, fans. They're driving off in the truck with him. Chris Michaels, Bart Sawyer, and Ted Sweet celebrating like they actually did something special. All they did was gang up. I mean, anyone can be a bully. Anyone can be tough when it's in numbers.
And look, I'm telling you what, this is great. This is fantastic. This is the best thing I've seen in a long time. This is television at its finest.
Woo! Colorado Kid, you are out of here! So is my boys, Colorado Kid. What's up, boy? You're going to be long forgotten. And Chris Michaels runs this place. Start now!
And now we're going to the footage that our cameraman caught when the culprits returned to the scene of the crime.
How long's it been? Jeez. Man,
It's been too long, Bart.
I know Ernest T's. Hey!
There they are.
Oh, good. I mean, I know it's a little goofy, but him and the stepchild, they won't let us down. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get out of here. Come on, Ernest.
Ernest, open up this door.
Come on, Ernest.
Give me some good news.
What took you guys so long?
A little bit of a problem.
Problem?
A problem.
What do you mean problem?
Got loose once.
Got loose? Loose?
We tied him back up.
Who tied him up?
Ernest tied him back up.
tied him up.
Ernest.
Did you tie him up good?
Tied him up real good.
You got it.
I promise.
Hey!
Good.
Hey, what are you doing with that camera?
Hey, what the hell?
Well, it's a big one in Music City tonight.
Well, it's about time. Chris Michaels has got back what is rightfully his, and that's his North American heavyweight title. And you see, people, it's got Colorado Kid's blood all over it. You see, some of my friends of mine, we sent Colorado Kid on a permanent vacation out of this stinking dump, Nashville, Tennessee. And speaking of Nashville, Tennessee, tonight, right here in the Nashville Fairgrounds, I got one of them bad street punks. Well, I love nothing more than to beat some sissies up. So I don't care if it's 4 or 5 of you, however many there is, you just show up because you're stepping in a ring with the greatest showman in the NWA and the true North American heavyweight champion. So you bring all you got, and you can forget about kissing all those babies and hugging those fat old women. Because when you step in the ring with Chris Michaels, you better have your boots laced on tight, because I'm going to give you the wrestling lesson of your life, you stinking sissies.
Faron Fox, why don't you get your manager to take your place tonight, because it looks like she's more man than you are.
You just heard those comments from Reno Riggins. We are joining this match already in progress, and Faron Fox just made his first tag into the action. How long had this match been going on, Bart Sawyer, before
We're
he
10
tagged?
minutes into this match, and that little sissy ran all over the ring.
14 minutes, and he just finally tagged in.
I'm excited.
And now he's tagging out.
Oh, you blame him? He's afraid Reno will start hitting him again. There's Miss Savanah on the outside.
I see that she didn't agree to take his place after all.
I heard she claims her weight on her driver's license says she weighs 107 pounds. What do you think?
Well, Bart Sawyer, to use a so-called wrestling terminology, that's one of the biggest works in the business.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of tonight, Nashville, Tennessee, Too Sexy Brian Christopher returns to the Nashville Fairgrounds with Spellbinder as his tag team partner to take on the Tennessee Volz.
Nashville Fairgrounds legends, folks, Brian Christopher and the Spellbinder. You've seen Brian Christopher recently in the WWF with his usual partner, Scott Taylor. Now tonight, he's teaming up with his old partner, the Spellbinder, against NWA North American Tag Team Champions, the Volz, Reno Riggins and Stephen Dunn. You think they had their hands full at this match? They'll sure have them full tonight.
Look at Ashley Hudson, the Australian wild man. One half of the Aussies with superstar Bill Dundee. We got the boomerang on the pole match. It's a barbed wire boomerang match, Don Coss Jr.
Yeah, and no one has gotten to it yet. They're both trying to get to it. Ashley Hudson, he did a remarkable job holding the entire match for his team, since Faron only tagged in for like a total of 5 seconds.
Well, can you blame him? You got the Volz, the top tag team in the NWA, the North American Tag Team Champions, coming after that big sissy, and they got a barbed wire boomerang on the pole. I'd be running if I was him too. And speaking of running, I want to talk about the conspiracy about cameraman Tim eavesdropping outside the Nashville Fairgrounds on myself, Chris Michaels, the stepchild Chad Hawke, and Ernest T. I'm not happy about that at all, but I am happy about the way we busted the melon on the Colorado Kid. Did you see him bleeding? That was beautiful.
It takes some strange things to make you happy, Bart Sawyer. But
oh, absolutely. I loved it. Sent him on a personal vacation, put him on the back of that wrecker, and Ernest T drove him right out of Nashville.
Oh, speaking of driving, looks like Stephen Dunn just drove Ashley Hudson's head into the mat. He caught him trying to go for the boomerang. There's Faron Fox sneaking in to get him a little save on his partner.
A hit and run.
Oh, Reno.
Oh, speaking of Reno Riggins.
Corner. Now he's wailing on him.
I'll tell you what, Reno Riggins, I hate to give him credit, but what you got to, he is a spitfire in there, and I think Too Sexy Brian Christopher and the Spellbinder are going to have their hands full tonight against Stephen Dunn and Reno Riggins.
Well, they may not be quite as fired up tonight as they were this night, because Faron Fox and Ashley Hudson had really made them angry. I mean, they have all this anger built up to come after him, and tonight they're going to have to rely on nothing but their pure wrestling skills.
Now, what do you mean? What do you mean anger? It's a chance. Brian Christopher comes in here, a WWF superstar. It's kind of a battle of the NWA versus the WWF. I think these guys are going to be fired up.
Well, they should be fired up. I mean, they've got a big challenge ahead of them, and if they aren't fired up, if they aren't as fired up as they were on the night that we're watching this match, they could lose those North American titles.
Well, I'm here to tell you that the combination of Dumb and Dumber, Stephen Dunn, and Reno Riggins, yes, they're our North American Tag Team Champions. They're going against Spellbinder and Too Sexy Brian Christopher, and I still think my money's on Too Sexy.
Oh! Faron Fox just made a mistake.
Oh, did he? Look at
He just saved his friend, but it looks like he's got the cover on Ashley now.
He keeps squishing Ashley. Reno's on top of that pole.
And folks, that boomerang is wrapped in barbed wire. I don't know if you can see it.
Shiny steel barbed wire. Stephen Dunn's got the chair. They call him the chair. Faron, look out. They call him the chairman of the board.
He's no Frank Sinatra, but he is the chairman of the board.
Come on, Faron.
Turn around.
Hey! Oh, yes! Oh, yes!
Oh, my gosh. Bart's
Reno.
so happy about this.
Stephen Dunn, I got to hand it to him. They knew how to use it. The Tennessee Vols tonight, Nashville, Tennessee. Too Sexy Brian Christopher, the Spellbinder. Who's your money on, Don Coss?
I'm going for the Vols. They're our hometown. They're our company champions. We're going for them. They're going to take care of Brian Christopher and the Spellbinder.
Now, I got to tell you, they are dumb and dumber. They can't even spell Vols. They spell it V-O-L-Z. How smart is that? Oh!
Oh, it's a double DDT on the boomerang in the barbed wire. I bet Faron is busted open like a can of beans, man.
Oh, he's busted open like a stuck hog. Speaking of Barnyard, Briggs.
Yeah, looks like a sacrifice.
We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen, the Vols.
And I think the fans are winners too.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight at the Nashville Fairgrounds, you're going to be in for a treat because the NWA North American Tag Team Champions are putting our belts on the line. The NWA has gone out and scouted some talent, and they're going to bring an old face back to the Nashville Fairgrounds, Brian Christopher, and he's bringing the Spellbinder with him because he thinks that's the man that can get the job done against the Vols. Well, Mr. Christopher, everybody knows that me and you have a history dating back to 1992 when I beat your behind for the Southern Heavyweight title and kept it. You wasn't the one that got it off of me, so son, I'm looking for you. Now tonight, when you come down to the Nashville Fairgrounds, Mr. Dunn and myself, the North American Tag Team Champions, are going to be all over you, my friend. Everybody knows here in Nashville what the Vols do and what we do best, and that's kick people's butts. So we welcome you to the Nashville Fairgrounds. You've been up there with Vince McMahon, hobnobbing with Stone Cold Steve Austin, thinking you're some kind of socialite, just some big wrestling star, but son, you're not. Look into my eyes, son. I'm telling you, as God is my witness. When you come to the Nashville Fairgrounds and you're going to try to take what belongs to myself and this man right here, I get highly emotional about it. Matter of fact, I get upset. So Spellbinder, son, I've seen you all over television. I've seen you in Japan. I've seen you in Canada. You're one tough individual. I'm not taking anything away from you. But please don't come to Nashville with a thought in your mind that you're going to be hopping back on a jet plane and leaving with these. So ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, and without any further ado, I'm going to give you the man that can take a metal chair and make you wear it like a hat. He's the chairman of the board of the Tennessee Vols, Stephen Dunn.
Tonight, boys, you better lace them up tight because it's a real deal. It's not sports entertainment. No. It's not the WWF. No. It's the NWA. Yep. And you better be ready to go. Christopher Spellbinder for a long time now. For a long time. You've been talking. What, are you jacked up?
I'm jacked up, baby.
They talk a lot of crap. Well, tonight you got to walk the walk and talk the talk. Tonight, Nashville, Tennessee, it's the Vols, it's Spellbinder, it's Christopher. And you know what? We're going to walk out with the gold. And you know why?
Why is that, my friend?
Because we're the most dangerous tag team in professional wrestling today. What do they call you?
The Tennessee Vols, baby!
Beat us if you can!
What?
Back to action, wrestling fans. Don Coss Jr. with flamboyant Faron Fox at ringside. We are watching the Bad Street Boys, two of your favorites, Christian York and Joey Matthews, against Earl the Pearl. Gave a nice hip toss, and his partner, Two Dope. They are known as the Destruction Crew, and I believe your favorite manager is at their ringside.
I think I'm fixing to gain some weight because of all this eye candy in the ring. You've got Joey Matthews and Christian York right there, my two favorite Bad Street Boys.
Now those are two favorites, huh? So you've gone like the Beatles, huh? You've got your favorites picked in order and everything.
Yes.
Pictures on the wall, the one you want to marry, and
Joey is my favorite, and then Christian is my second favorite.
I see. And then you have Shannon Moore and Shane Helms.
Yes, Shannon Moore is my third favorite, and Shane Helms is my fourth favorite.
You know, you could get some of those teeny bopper buttons made with like 4 buttons with their separate pictures on each one.
There is no telling what I'm going to do because Nashville tonight, a big card of action. You've got the Tennessee Vols in the main event taking on Brian Christopher and the Spellbinder.
And two of your favorites, like you said, Christian York and Joey Matthews, each going in singles matches. Christian York against Chris Michaels and Joey Matthews against Bill Dundee. Boy, they've got their work cut out for them tonight. Oh, Two Dope taking a couple drop kicks from the Bad Street Boys.
And that's the only reason I'm going to be at the fairgrounds tonight, to cheer those Bad Street Boys on.
Is that the only reason you're going to be there, huh? Yeah, I guess you don't have a match tonight, do you?
No, I'm off, and I might go out clubbing.
Yeah, so you're going to buy a ticket just to come watch the Bad Street Boys.
Yes, and wait till you hear my big announcement tonight. Today on
Oh,
this TV
look
show.
at that! The Destruction Crew dived on by the Bad Street Boys, knocked on the floor. Man, they're eating some concrete now. Earl the Pearl trying to recover to his feet. The Bad Street Boys back in the ring.
You know, this Earl the Pearl and this Two Dope, you know, I don't know where they think they are from, the Gangster's Paradise or something like that. But they're going to have to do a lot more than what they're doing to get rid of these Bastard Boys, and I really hope they don't get rid of them.
And Cat Taylor's upset, admonishing the referee for letting them leap over the top rope after the guys. He's on a talent search right now, they say.
You
Check
just
out
better
the Destruction Crew.
Well, he needs to contact me because I'm the hot commodity around here. Because after my big announcement later on in this television broadcast, everybody's going to be wanting a piece of Faron Fox.
All right, you're baiting me here, Faron. Go on and tell us, what's the big announcement?
I'm not going to tell you yet. I'm going to let you sit there and sweat because I'm a poet and didn't know it, and you're just going to have to find out later.
Okay, well, Faron, if you're going to tease us like that, you're going to have to give us more clues. What's it about? Is it about the Volz who beat you up last week? Is it about the Bad Street Boys?
It has
who
nothing
beat
to
you
do
up
with the
3 weeks in a
Vols,
row?
and I wish it had something to do with the Bad Street Boys, but it has nothing to do with them either. You're just going to have to stay tuned, wrestling fans, because anytime I have something to say, it's always important.
And Faron Fox wishes he was in Two Dope spot there. It looks like Joey Matthews just gave him a little head noogie.
Oh, let's don't go there.
Oh, my gosh.
But
Scary.
I'm telling you what, this Joey Matthews shows some great promise, and I've been in the ring with him, and he showed me a few things that I didn't know, and I'm telling you what, look at it. Right there, that Two Dope, he's just pounding on him. You know what? I'm tired of this. Let's just go to a commercial break.
We will be back with the conclusion of this match after these words from our commercial sponsors.
Oh, no. We better be hauling. No, we need to be calling. Hauling Glass. They're friends of mine. They'll be here fast at 228-5942.
They'd better be. Dad's home in an hour.
We're back with you, wrestling fans. If you're just joining us, I am Don Coss Jr. I'm here with flamboyant Faron Fox. The match in the ring is the Bad Street Boys, Christian York and Joey Matthews against Earl the Pearl and Two Dope, the Destruction Crew. Cat Taylor's at ringside. And you know, Faron, I'm noticing this Two Dope, if he wins this match, he may be able to afford some pants that fit.
Or a belt. I'm telling you what. But look, Joey Matthews is down on the ground right now, and this Earl the Pearl is going for something. Let's see what he's going for.
What in the world? Oh, my gosh. There's too many guys that think they can dance here.
I'm telling you what, everybody's a dancer nowadays.
It's like comedians. All these people, all the comedians out of work, everyone wants to crack jokes.
And you know, tonight, the big main event, the Tennessee Vols versus Brian Christopher and the Spellbinder, right down there at the Nashville Fairgrounds. The gates always open at 8 o'clock. The box office opens at 6, so come on. You better get your seat early for this one because I guarantee it's going to be a night of action from start to finish.
You're right about that, Faron. One thing we can agree on, the NWA is bringing all kinds of talent to this town. All kinds of talent. We are going everywhere, and you know tonight's the big one. Brian Christopher and the Spellbinder against Tennessee Vols, and look where all we're going. Look, February 26th, Hopkinsville, Kentucky, National Guard Armory. February 27th, Lafayette Middle School. March 5th, we'll be back in Nashville. We're all over the place there, Faron.
You know, Don, we're going to be, March the 6th, we're going to be in Fairview, Tennessee at the high school gymnasium, a big national TV taping. Where else, wrestling fans, can you go and be on national TV anywhere around the Nashville area? Nowhere but NWA Worldwide.
Absolutely. And Faron Fox, it's about time for you to give us that big announcement you're talking about making. Let's go ahead and hear it. We're running out of airtime.
I'm busy watching Joey Matthews right now take that Earl the Pearl. Look, he flips right over. Let's see what happens. Oh!
This with a clothesline? Oh, they're forearm to the back. What?
Oh,
what a great reversal to a neck breaker. Or it wasn't even a reversal. He set it up that way.
I'm telling you what, I've never seen a neck breaker quite like that one before. And Joey needs to get up, kick out.
Yeah,
all right.
It was close.
I was getting nervous there. You know, this little Joey Matthews, I wouldn't want to see nobody hurt his pretty face.
It looks like Earl the Pearl's giving it a good shot right now. He's choking him. And Earl the Pearl, deceptive skills on him. He doesn't look like he's that much of a wrestler, but he's got some incredible moves that are giving the Bad Street Boys a run for their money. Now, Two Dope, I haven't seen him have as much ring time just yet, but when he gets tagged in, we'll see what he can do.
Oh, right there. Sunset flip out of the corner. He's got him down.
Wow.
1, 2, and not quite 3.
Boy, that was close.
there.
The referee was on his way down, stopped himself just short. That's what an experienced referee like Kirk can do for you.
He's got the leg hooked. He's not able to make the tag. Joey Matthews is not able to make the tag. And here comes Two Dope. with his sagging drawers coming in here, taking on Joey Matthews. Let's see what he's going to do. He's got him over there and feeding him right over there. He's out on the ground.
Man, and I hear there's a Bad Street Boys video coming up here later on. Next week, in fact. Next week is when it's going to be dead. Oh, look, the manager, Cat Taylor, kicking your buddy there. What'd you think about that?
I'm going to have to talk to Cat Taylor about something like that because that should not have happened to Joey Matthews. But the Bad Street Boys video, I can't wait. I hope it comes out on a home video so I can own my own copy.
Well, if you get your VCR set next week, Baron, you'll have a chance to tape it.
I've been meaning to talk to you about that, Don. I need you to come over and set that thing for me.
Well, I can get your clock to quit flashing 12 o'clock. I figured I had to do that finally. Into the rest of Joey Matthews. Kick to Two Dope. Another one. And, facing to the mat. Ouch. Two Dope's going to be feeling that for a while.
I think he knocked his gold tooth right out of his mouth right there when his face hit that mat. And I tell you what, you want to know what my announcements are? You want me to tell you?
Let's hear them now. I'm ready to hear your announcements. I'm tired of hearing about them. Let's hear them.
I'm going to propose to one of the Bad Street Boys.
Oh, please, Baron. Christian York makes a tag in, knocking the Destruction Crew over the place. The Destruction Crew is getting destroyed, living up to their name. And another, spinning kick to the Two Dope.
You may have heard this one before. House of Fire right in there. And the house is on fire when the Bad Street Boys enter an arena near you. And I'm sure they're going to be on several of these dates coming up in the months of February and March.
Absolutely. The Bad Street Boys, four of the hottest commodities the NWA Worldwide has seen. Young talent, kicking butt, taking names. They're destined for titles in the future, definitely.
Did you see that teamwork? Did you see that teamwork? Let's see what's going on out.
That hurt.
I'd hate. I'm telling you, he's gonna have to go to the doctor after that.
He might have to. He doesn't look like he's in too good a shape right now. Looks like he may be turning a little pale. Oh, I'm sorry, he's been that color the whole match. Okay.
Tan in bed, that's what I got to say. And there he is, right there.
Hurricane right off the top rope of Joey Matthews on Earl. Down with the frog splash by his partner, Christian York. 2, 3, that's the match.
The Bad Street Boys are your winner. I'm so excited. I can't wait for my announcement to be made.
Hey there, everybody. If you'd like to write your favorite wrestling star, inquire about bringing NWA Wrestling to your local town, or if you
NWA Worldwide brings you a classic match featuring the fabulous ones, Stan Lane and Steve Keirn. Your announcers, Lance Russell and Dave Brown.
Hey, we got one starting, being Stan Lane and Bill Rose. And here we go, Dave.
Hey, fabulous one. High five or two to get started. Stan Lane around the apron. Sent a load to Pat Hutchinson on his way by. All right, Bill Rose, he dropped him down to the mat. What a move. Boy, Stan looked like he's ready to go here today. Very fast. Quick moves you'll see from Stan Lane. There's one right there. Leg dive, puts Bill Rose on the mat. Stan Lane puts a twist on that leg. Bill Rose trying to get Stan's legs out from under him, but could not do it. Stan Lane continues the advantage. Bill Rose looking toward the corner. Pat Hutchinson, his partner, standing there. Stan Lane hooked a shoulder to keep him from crawling that way. Now he goes back to work on the leg and the foot. Stan with Bill Rose pretty well tied up on the mat. Rose gets the tag. Pat Hutchinson coming in here. Our first look at him during the match. Minute 31 seconds gone. Stan Lane stalking Pat Hutchinson. Hutchinson backing up. There he goes after Stan. Stan round behind him. Picks him up. Hutchinson grabs for the ropes. Hutchinson asking Keirn, what are you laughing for? And Keirn says, because it was funny. Stan Lane gets Hutchinson off his feet. Two minutes, 20 seconds into the action. been all Stan Lane in this one for the Fabulous One. No tag yet on Steve Keirn. Stanley has had things well in hand. First with Bill Rose, and now with Pat Hutchinson right in the center of the ring. Hutchinson, no way he's going to be able to easily get to the corner. There's the tag made, and here comes Steve Keirn. Steve, well-placed foot to the midsection. Looks a little flip on Hutchinson, off his feet, down to the mat. Oh, walks right across his face. And Hutchinson over to the ropes. Steve Keirn picks him up. Now up in the air. Spins him around halfway, over to the corner, the tag on Stan. Steve slams Hutchinson, leaves him for Stan Lane. Lane. Ooh. Just picked him up and put him down. Stan with the tag. Fabulous Ones exchange. Stan holds onto the ropes. Around behind, it's Steve Keirn who drops him back. Shoulders down, 2 and 3.
Don, I told you I was going to tell everybody at one time. The announcement's coming later in the show, but right now there is a match in the ring. You've got, and Bart Sawyer just met that rope like he didn't want to. You've got Barnyard Briggs and Bart Sawyer in a cowbell on top of a pole match.
And Bart Sawyer makes a nice step for Barnyard Briggs to get up there and go after the cowbell. Bart Sawyer, kicking him off the ropes there. Barnyard Briggs stumbling around. Bart Sawyer trying to make the recovery. Hey, don't forget, fans, keep tuned in, because like Faron said, he's going to give the announcements of the results of his test at the free clinic later on in this show.
Whatever, Don. Let me tell you, tonight, the Volz are going to be taking on Brian Christopher and the Spellbinder. I can't wait to see. That's a main event in any arena in the country right there. And then you've got, the Bad Street Boys. Christian York is going to be there. He's going to be against Chris Michaels. Joey Matthews, my personal favorite, against the superstar Bill Dundee. Corey Williams battling Bart Sawyer. Al Rose, Chad Hawke. A night of action right there tonight at the fairgrounds.
It also sounds like a night of superstars to me, Faron. It's like not a no name on the card. They're all fan favorites.
Exactly.
All
and like
the
I
top
said,
guys.
The Vols versus Brian Christopher Spellbinder. That's a main event in any country, any arena in the country.
Yeah, and it looks like Bart Sawyer here is going up to the middle rope. Going to drop a fist on Barnyard Briggs. Oh, he changed his mind, decided he'd go for the cowbell right now. Barnyard Briggs is there to stop him. What is he doing? Oh my gosh, he's going to throw him off the top of the turnbuckle. Jeepers. Oh my gosh. Ouch.
Ring-a-ling-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding. That cowbell goes as Bart Sawyer meets the mat right there at courtesy of Barnyard Briggs.
And Barnyard Briggs' foot meets Bart Sawyer's chest. And Bart Sawyer kisses the mat hello again. Hello, Matt. Listen, I'm Bart Sawyer.
I'm telling you what, but this was a great match, and every match at the Nashville Fairgrounds is always great. You never see a bad match at the Nashville Fairgrounds.
And speaking of good matches, we're going to see the rest of this match and see who does get that cowbell off that pole right after these announcements.
There you go, Don. You see Bart Sawyer has gone back to his male dancing days, and he's working that pole like it ain't nothing. Barnyard's giving him some blows right up there at the top. What's your take on this whole situation?
Well, I take on this situation. Look at Barnyard Briggs is just rocking Bart's head back and forth. Got his own head acting like the cowbell. Ring-a-ding-ding.
Ring-a-ding-a-ding-ding-ding. And this has been an awesome match. And here, Barnyard's got him set up. Big power slam right in the middle of the ring.
Ouch, Bart Sawyer's hearing a Ricky Ticky song in his head right now.
Now, see, pinfalls do count in this match, and you would think Barnyard Briggs, that's just the green and Barnyard showing, not going for the pin right there.
Yeah, maybe he's waiting to knock him down so he can climb up there and get the cowbell and wrap his head in with it.
When the books are all said and done, it's going to say win-loss. It's not going to say who got the cowbell.
Powerbomb! Bart Sawyer knocked down by the powerbomb. Here goes Barnyard Briggs. Time to get the cowbell. And he's taking a little time to scream and cheer. What's Bart doing? Bart Sawyer's going under the ring while Barnyard's going up to the top of the pole. Barnyard's got the cowbell. Bart's back in the ring. What is going on here? Faron, do you know anything about this? What? Bart's got a cowbell too!
Look at that. Bart brought his own bell to the ring. That's how he won a lot of matches. He brought his own bell.
Yeah, that's like some of those parties, BYOB, but this is bring your own bell.
Yep. I'm loving it. Bart Sawyer, let me tell you something. He's a cookie, all right. Right there, 1, 2, and 3.
The referee had no choice but to count it.
Bart Sawyer is your winner, and I can't be happier.
Bart Sawyer will be in action again tonight against Corey Williams, along with the main event, the Tennessee Volz against Brian Christopher and the Spellbinder.
I'm telling you, what a big card of action coming up here tonight at the Nashville Fairgrounds. And, you know, this was a gruesome match. And I'm sure that Bart Sawyer is going to have some comments coming up after this. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, I bet you people can't wait, because it's coming up right after this break. Faron Fox is going to let the cat out of the bag right after this.
Oh, life is good for battling Bart Sawyer. You know, the way that I made things happen here in the NWA, battling just ain't good enough. Smart Bart, that's it. The way that I've managed to make things happen. As a matter of fact, I made myself the North American heavyweight champion, and I made Barnyard Briggs go to sleep all in one night. See, that's what I mean. Life is good. You see, Barnyard, they said they was going to put a cowbell at the top of the pole, and I got to thinking, climbing that pole sounds like an awful lot of work. So if I just hit my own cowbell under the ring, oh, I took you out with a bull rope, Barnyard Briggs. See, you're not the only one that can play with farm implements. So Barnyard, when you get yourself together, when you pull that big fat head of yours together, I'll see you down the road. 'Cause life is good. Woo! Smart Bart!
You ain't.
Well, hello, NWA Worldwide, and this is old flamboyant Faron Fox coming at you, and I tell you what, you know, anytime I come at you, I've got some exciting news, and this day is no different. You see, just last week, I was in San Francisco, California, yeah, right in front of the hometown crowd, and I did myself a big favor, and I walked out of that arena, or shall I say, sashayed out of that arena with a newly crowned intergender world champion. Yes, I am the new intergender world champion. And I tell you what, I'm going to bring that title back to NWA. And I'm not going to be one of those closet champions that run around here keeping their belts all the time. I'm going to be a fighting champion. And whether it be NWA Worldwide Nashville, NWA Southwest, or NWA New England, by the way, hi Tony Rumble, whether it be anybody to take on Faron Fox, I tell you what, when I come to the arenas near you, I'm going to make a little challenge. I'm going to guarantee you that there's not a woman in the arena that can beat Faron Fox. And I'm going to show you how confident that I am of that. And I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. And I'm going to put $500. And if any woman in the arena wants to take a shot at Faron Fox and can beat me in 5 minutes or less, not only are you going to be the new intergender champion of the world, but you're going to be $500 richer. So I tell you what, you men, get the cattle trucks out, bring those women on down to the arena, and if you want a shot at Faron Fox, you better try to beat me if you can.